Danny Gaselli.
It's Women's Month, and today we're celebrating women whose work is changing lives, not just here in South Africa, but across the world. Joining us now is Professor Vanessa Moodley, an optometrist, academic at the University of KwaZulu-Natal, health activist and professional leader. She's recently been appointed to a global leadership role with the World Council of Optometry. Professor Vanessa, welcome to East Coast Radio.
Thank you very much, Danny. And
it's great to have you with us. So, first off, congratulations. That's a huge appointment. Nice one.
It is indeed. Thank you. It's the culmination of many years of hard work, I guess.
I can only imagine. And I know there's only a few people in the studio, but they just want to give you a round of applause quickly. There we go. There we go.
Thank you. I take a bow to that.
Lovely. So when you heard the news, were you cool, calm, collected and professional, or did you do a bit of a happy dance in the kitchen?
I tried to be cool, calm, collected. It didn't work, so I did a really great happy dance.
I love that. Hopefully we'll see it later on social media. Now, you're helping shape how optometrists are trained around the world, which is unbelievable. But for someone listening while they're probably eating a pie in their car right now, what does that actually mean? And how does your work eventually help someone sitting here in KZN?
Yeah, I think the main issue that for me was that it's not harmonized globally. The quality of training is really not harmonized, particularly in countries that are historically disadvantaged. And we tend to measure ourselves with the US and their wonderful resources and programs. So for me, and I'm hoping that, subsequent to my term, that the one thing I'm able to impact on is uplifting the quality of education in eye care services, because then the people that need our services will be better served. And so that's the reason I get into doing what I do is for those that are receiving eye care services from us.
Yeah, look, I want to touch on that a little bit later, but when I told the office that you were coming in, we're having a bit of a debate. So if we can just settle a debate first, then we're going to elaborate on what you've just said. What is the biggest lie people tell an optometrist?
That they really need glasses because as they were walking in, they saw this beautiful frame on the shelf and a lovely branded one. So when they walk in, they can't see the biggest letter on the chart. That's the biggest lie.
Or I only spend an hour on my phone, or I definitely don't sleep with my contacts in. That type of stuff as well, eh?
Oh, yeah, those lies are deep, and they're becoming more common.
Now, you've lectured at UKZN, you've done research, community work, and now you're influencing eye care globally. This is phenomenal stuff. Was there ever a moment where you thought maybe this dream is a little bit too big?
Yeah, I think because it was staged. I mean, I was served on the African Council for Optometry, but I never really thought that our, from South Africa, young female Indian would actually be allowed to be able to get to the stage where things that you do impact globally. Yes, there was a time that I thought, well, not for me.
Okay.
It might be for others who actually come from more developed nations, etc. But the world has changed significantly, and that's a good thing.
And what drove you to get to where you are now?
It's a passion for education. I do have a passion for education, and I have a passion for change. So when I think about it, that's been the driving force behind what I do. And I'm so grateful that at this stage of my life, I still get up and am excited about what I'm doing. So it's the passion to see people's lives change from the work that we do.
And do your family kind of show you off a bit? They're like, this is...
yeah, I have a sister who's a nightmare because by now I'm sure lots of people know that I'm on this program. So they do. I kind of step back a little bit and they don't like it. So as you can see, I have an entourage that follow me sometimes.
I love that. It is so beautiful when you see people who are so proud of you. It's just testament to what you've achieved in your life and who you are. I do want to ask you about particular patients along your journey. This Women's Month, we're celebrating women whose impact reaches far beyond their job titles. Now, if you've just joined us, we're chatting to Professor Vanessa Moodley, an optometrist, UKZN academic, health activist, and newly appointed global leader with the World Council of Optometry. Now, Vanessa, it's Women's Month, and there are young girls listening right now. What's one thing about your personal journey that would surprise them?
The thing is, I didn't start off wanting to be a global leader. I started off being an optometrist, and I then realized that I don't have to put myself in a box, because since then I have done things that in the legal field, I have been a clinician, I have been academic, and I wouldn't have thought 25, when I was in my 20s, I would never have thought that I would end up in this kind of job. So the one thing that I think I would want to raise is the fact that if you're in a job today, just never stop dreaming about where you could end up. And that for me has been things. I've been agile. I've allowed myself to be agile and to change direction in my career. So that's the thing that I would really encourage young people to do. Even if you love or hate your job, you may not end up doing the same thing later. So just learn through osmosis and navigate your career.
I love what you've just said, because I'm a massive fan of a podcast. I can't remember the name of it now. Diary of a CEO. And what I love about him is he just mentioned something that you just said about agility, and saying a lot of business people have their blinkers on and they got this goal and that's all that they want to do. But the minute you take your blinkers off, a world of opportunities arise. Do you find that was the case for you?
Absolutely. I think because when I was offered to do things, I never really thought, well, I'm not really trained for it. I thought I could learn from that. And that for me was the thing that drove me and took me in the different directions, is that I didn't accept that this is not what I graduated to do. So agility is very important to get to the places that you think you would want to be eventually, but you've got to be agile.
You've always been passionate about making eye care accessible to disadvantaged communities. Can you remember, and I'm hoping there's one story that's really touched your heart, but can you remember one patient or one moment that reminded you why you do what you do?
Absolutely. There was a little boy at the McCord's Hospital, and we were getting feedback from them and their parents, and the mom stood up and said that she's so excited that he can see, because when she sends him to the store, and he's walking back, and she now is going to the bus. So he would greet her like he would greet any neighbor, because he didn't recognize that that's his mother. And for the fact that he now had a tiny contact lens and put in his eye. So there's another one as well, where a woman said to us, a mother said, once we got the lens in her eye, she started to cry. And I said, what do we do? I thought we hurt her. And she said, no, I can go home and know my sons by seeing them rather than by the fact that the one is the tallest and the second one's shortest. For me, you stand back and you think, well, this is why we do what we do. This is why we lose sleep over our work. This is why we go out and say to people, please support this cause, is because of the impact that it has. And yeah, accolades are important, and I think it's very nice for your CV, but it really is not all. In fact, it should take second place to the impact.
It's almost like we take it for granted, hey?
Absolutely.
The gift of eyesight.
Absolutely.
And it just must mean so much to you. What a beautiful story.
It does. Those two stories do stand out for me.
When little Vanessa, right, was sitting in a classroom, do you think she believed that she'd one day be helping shape healthcare across the globe?
Absolutely not. I grew up and we shared a little room with 2 double bunks, and at that point in time, all I wanted to do was to know, am I going to get a chance to ride a bike? Am I going to get a chance to have fun? And if I think of the schools that we went to without without anything that the kids today have, this kind of dream wouldn't. I didn't even think I would be an optometrist.
Wow.
I mean, really, I think little Vanessa didn't think so. I thought I might do something in law because I argued a lot at home, and kind of I worked my way out. My parents always thought that I was the one that stood till the last minute arguing. So I think there was a time when I thought, but being a health worker and doing the kind of work that satisfies me that much, it wasn't part of that little girl's dream.
Lastly, as a professional, as someone with a beautiful heart who wants the best for people out there, and we say this to all our guests, give us one sentence to change the world.
Look far away from yourself, and not the further you look away from yourself, the more you see what the world needs.
Yes, man. I have a little something for you. I was planning this months ago, and I grew this orchid myself.
Wow.
I'm lying, it's from Woolworths. So this is for you, and let me just reach down here quickly. Give me one second while I reach down. Put this in here, and then give you this as well. This is just
a little.
How do
you get to know what we need then beforehand?
We've got our people who know people, and then they emailed their people. This is a small token of our appreciation from our producer Takane, myself, and all of us at East Coast Radio to say Happy Women's Month. And thank you for joining us on the show today.
Thank you very much. It indeed was a pleasure. And you really are a very great team here.
Thank you. I'm very, very blessed. That was Vanessa Moodley, an optometrist, UKZN academic, health activist, and newly appointed global leader with the World Council of Optometry.
Danny Gaselli, While You Work, East Coast Radio.